Hello everyone, welcome to our special 300th episode of the Albert and Billy Show. We are here at the Bankwalker Brewery, a real nice place here. If you hadn't been here, I recommend anybody come check this place out. It is nice. And the food's good, everything's good, the atmosphere, everything, but it's just a really nice place. We'll show you some video footage of the place, give you a little virtual tour of it. But it's nice. This is like something you'd see, I've always said from the beginning when we had it, that's something you'd see like in Chattanooga or Nashville. This place is, it's a nice sports bar and grill. It's nice. So if you ain't checked it out, check it out, folks. And our guest today, as you can see here, this is our second appearance on our show though, Miss Becky Ridley. It's weird for me not calling her Miss Ridley because she was my school teacher.
Really?
Yeah, in high school. Yeah, well, you just forgot it. I think I brought it up last time, didn't I?
Maybe.
But yeah, she was my teacher for a couple of years at least, because you taught different things. I remember taking government with you. You taught something else. I took something else with you. Economics took that.
That's why you turned out so well.
Exactly. And I think I had them like, one was my junior year and one was my senior year. And I think I had you even a little my freshman year. I think you taught typing like one of the last years they ever had it.
I did. Thanks for making me so old. I believe we spent more time changing the ribbons than I did instructing you how to type.
I can tell you, I didn't learn a dang thing in that class. There was no way a teacher could make it. They had nothing to work with.
You got the award for speedy fingers of 6 periods.
That's right. That just popped in my brain. I'd forgotten about that. So, but she is here to talk to you guys about. It's the mental health. What is it called? I don't want to say it wrong.
Okay, so I have the honor and privilege of being the AWARE director,
yes,
which is a federal grant that came from the state of Tennessee, and that stands for Advancing Wellness and Resiliency in Education.
Okay, I like that. Because, as we'll talk about, mental health is a problem that I feel like gets ignored a little bit. There's not as many options, so it's really good that you guys are bringing that to the spotlight because it needs to be. So we'll talk about that. They had their event just over the weekend, wasn't it?
We did. It was last Saturday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it went good. They had a good fundraiser for that. So we'll talk about all that good stuff. But first, Papa will do some announcements for the 300th time.
All right.
And, it's just going to be me doing them today, I believe. But first off, you guys, we were talking about earlier, some people in here saw the Northern Lights. That was a thing like last week here in Pikeville. I had no clue that this was even going to happen, and you said you didn't either, did you?
I knew it, I just didn't see it.
There's a picture of it in Bledson.
I know, I see it right here on the front page of Bledson in Northern Lights, Illuminate Night Sky. But I went outside. Well, was it a 2-day thing? Okay, I went outside. Now, mind you, I didn't know about the phone thing, so I didn't know that. So I went outside the next night because I didn't know about the first night. I woke up and saw all these pictures on Facebook, and I was thinking at the time, like I asked you earlier, I had no idea that Northern Lights could even reach this far. Mm-hmm. I told somebody this line, the first person told me. I thought they were just joking. But anyway, news to say, I went out that Saturday and kept looking, and I didn't see anything. But then I found out, like the next day, that you had to look through your phone. That was the key, but nobody had told me that trick, so we missed out, didn't we? And this is a Special Olympics here I see on the front page. That was on Tuesday, May 7th, okay? Bledsoe County Special Olympians competed in Dunlap at the Squatchy Valley Special Olympics. Cool. Well, congratulations to them on that. And let's see here, since I'm having to do the announcements, don't forget about graduation.
Tonight.
That's tonight. Class night was last night. And, was it, Mama, you were there, she's in the crowd here, you were there, was it a pretty good crowd, or?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You give out an award or something, didn't you? Okay. So that was last night, and some graduation. This is graduation weekend here in Bledsoe and Squatch County.
And let me
Big
just say
weekend.
how fortunate we are in Bledsoe County to have so many supporters that give monetary scholarships.
Yes, yes.
And so our seniors are blessed with a multitude of opportunities to be
Yeah.
able to help
helps out a lot.
college more affordable.
I know, yeah, because it's
Is
not
there
cheap.
more on the table than the students so avail themselves of?
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but there is a multitude of scholarships that they can apply for.
The
And so if
scholarship,
a
okay.
student did not receive one, it might be just because they did not apply for one.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. They gotta know to do that, don't they? They gotta apply for
They
them.
do, and the school counselor, Ms. Johnson, does an excellent job, along with the AIRS program,
Communicating with them.
communicating, announcing constantly.
That's good.
And so that's just a life skill that you have to be able to have time management and
True.
understand that you have to advocate for yourself.
That's true. Yeah, they learn a lesson in the process. I didn't think about that. There's that teacher in you again. All right, Papa, well, I'm gonna go through these here. I see this right here on the front page of Bledsoe again, so I'll congratulate, is it C-Y-L-A, Swafford? Is it Sila?
That's Kyla.
Kyla, okay.
Kyla was a great basketball player. She was also
Wow.
a very awesome volleyball player. I had the pleasure of coaching her in volleyball for a
Oh,
couple of years.
really?
And now she's signed a scholarship to play softball,
My
which I
gosh.
think is her biggest love.
Must be. Well, so she must just be an athlete then. So congratulations,
Kyla.
Kyla. That silent C's messed me up. Sorry about that, Kyla.
He wasn't hooked on volleyball.
Well, congratulations to Kyla Swafford. She signed with, let's see, Rome State. Rome State, good deal. So she's a senior this year. Congratulations to the Lady Warriors. We'll talk about them in sports later, but congratulations once again. I think this might be the 4th year in a row that our Lady Warriors softball team is in the sub-state with a chance to go on to the state. They finished region runner-up this year to Meigs County, but the top 2 teams in each region, you qualify for the sub-state. So they're still alive, and they play Alcoa. Now, somebody told me that the game would be on Sunday, but
No, it's
I thought that was
Saturday.
kind of crazy. Yeah, okay. I didn't think that sounded right. So Lady Warriors play Saturday, folks, at Alcoa. We'll give you an update on that game next week. Hopefully, come out there with a win.
You got your-
And here we go. There we go. Thank you. All right, we got a few announcements to tell you about. Not too many. Want to start out tomorrow. Is well, they do this I think twice a month. So you can go tomorrow though to the Bargain Basement. That's right here at the Methodist Church on Main Street from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I'm trying to see on here. They do this every month, I think twice. Do you know, Papa? You go up there a lot
Where?
at the Bargain Basement.
I don't go up there.
Oh, I thought you did go up there some. Oh, okay. Well, you've been, but I'm not sure. I think they do it twice a month though, and I know one of them is the 3rd Saturday of each month, folks.
I know that's at the Methodist Church.
Yeah, I know that. And their open table is back. They brought that back last month, so glad to see that back. So anyway, that's tomorrow. It's always the 3rd Saturday of each month, and I'm kind of thinking it's the 1st Saturday of each month too. Also, got a country breakfast on, well, it's in the morning at Mount Crest Fire Hall. Theirs is a good one. It'll be from 6 to 10 a.m. Plates will be $8 a piece. Remember, it's volunteer fire department, so anytime you contribute to that, you're doing a good deed because they are doing all this for free. So they got to get the money from somewhere to operate. So go out there and support Mount Crest Fire Hall, folks, 6 to 10 a.m. They'll have bacon, sausage, scrambled eggs, hash browns, biscuits and gravy, homemade jelly with butter, and you get a cup of coffee, glass of milk, and a glass of orange juice. They like to hide that from us on the announcement, but they do have orange juice. And also, this is that time again for the summer reading program. It kicks off again, and this will be at the library. It kicks off on June the 6th at 10:30 a.m. at the Pikeville City Hall Civic Room, side entrance, okay, with Atticus Abraham. He's a young musician and juggler and winner of the Crossville's Got Talent contest, okay. Everyone, of course, is welcome to attend. Teacher Kathy Britt will do story hour each Thursday. She's done that last year. Every Thursday, Kathy Britt will be over there at 10:30 a.m. She'll be at the Pikeville Farmers Market. And that will be June 13th through July the 18th. So remember that, folks. And let's see, there'll be a certificate party on July the 25th. That'll be at Ember's Ice Cream Shop. That'll be for the kids that complete the reading program. There will not be story hour on, 4th of July for obvious reasons. For more information, though, just give them a call at 447-2817, or you can email cknight, cpl@bledsoe.net. So check that out, folks. I'm not sure how many years I've been doing that, but quite a few, I do believe. And it's been around for a while. On the 25th, we like this one, Papa. On the 25th, it's the Fall Creek Falls Fire Department Country Breakfast. They mix up their menu a lot. That's why we like them. You can come enjoy a country breakfast featuring biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, hash browns. Here we go, waffles with fruit toppings, fresh fruit, bacon, sausage, country ham, fried bologna, as Papa says. You can get you some orange juice, coffee, and milk to drink. This one is on Saturday, May the 25th. And it'll be served from 7 to 10 a.m. at the Fall Creek Falls Fire Department. Plates are $10 each. Children 10 and under can eat for free. And remember, once again, folks, proceeds do benefit the volunteer fire department operations and equipment. And yeah, this is the only one that I know of that they'll have waffles and pancakes. So we've challenged the others to start doing that.
And read while you eat, right?
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Because the school is actually giving out books from a grant as well, literacy grant. And so the students will be able to have
that's good.
a package of books that they'll be able to take home. And that's to try to keep them from having what we call the literacy slide. So they are enriched with their reading. And also the book bus. The book bus will be coming.
Is that coming back?
It's coming back June and July. That'll be offered, and then upcoming will be, of course, in July the Give a Child a Chance Day.
Okay.
I believe that's July 26th.
Okay. But that book bus, I like that. I like it when they do that. Who'll be driving it this year? Do you know?
I don't know, but it won't be me.
Yeah.
Somebody will bring it and park it.
It won't be me either, but somebody, I want to say Stacy Peters drove it one year. Seems like I saw her driving it one year, but I've not seen it in a while. So I'm glad to hear it's back. All right, I hope I got most of the announcements we were going to.
Celebration of the bank.
Oh yeah, I know. Mom will kill me over that one. Here it is. Oh, no, that's not it. I know why I've not talked about it. I'm still trying to find the darn thing. But we know it's May. Here we go. Okay, folks, and we did mention this, Papa, last week, but it's the 40th anniversary coming up, folks, of Citizens Tri-County Bank. Can you believe that? May 31st, they're going to be celebrating their 40th anniversary right here in Pikeville. It'll be from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. That's Central Standard Time. There'll be food, music, prizes. They usually have good prizes. I'm sure the prizes will be really good, folks. So you may, I can tell you do want to go check that out. 40th anniversary. I would say this will be like the Christmas open house times 20 is what I'm imagining. So that means you don't want to miss it, folks. There'll be good prizes and food. and even music.
And your mom doesn't look a year older than 40.
Exactly.
Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Becky.
She's got major bonus points on Walrus then. Come see.
She's got some good genes.
That's right.
That right?
Come see
There you
Mama
go.
and the crew at the Citizens Tri-County Bank, May 31st, and celebrate the 40th anniversary with them. I know that'll be a big event. They'll go all out for that one, so you don't want to miss that. And I want to wish a happy birthday. Gotta find my birthdays
He's
here.
got them right here. You want to let him talk
Oh,
about those?
yes, I do. No, I am gonna let you. You can say something. Yeah. Have at it there,
About
Papa.
it's your birthday, it's your special day. Here's a special song
There you
coming
go.
your way. Let's go.
I had a lady came into the church a while ago, and she said she had a birthday on May the 11th. She wanted me to be sure and mention her name. Her name is Helen Smith.
Helen
She
Smith.
said I had a
Okay.
birthday, and I'm not supposed to tell how old she was.
Don't tell me then.
But Holly Smith also had a birthday on the 15th. That's the day before yesterday. And then
Is that
Rodonna Dyer had one on the 16th. Jerry Smith had one on the 16th.
had a feud on that day?
Laura Smith, boy, we're in the Smiths.
That's what I was sitting there thinking.
May the
3 of them's been
16th.
Smith.
Now, is that Laura Smith that I know that's,
it
that
Udi?
just had her grandchild?
I have no idea. It doesn't tell me anything except her birthday.
Then we have to say happy birthday to Gran O.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's another former teacher of mine. I'm thinking it's Udi. I really do.
Peggy Sanford's got one today.
These are
along
today.
with Christy Holland. And then also on the 20th, we have Kathy Turner.
Okay.
And Charlotte. No.
We can call her Charlotte if you want to, but Charlotte.
Charlotte Baker on the 26th,
On the 20th.
20th.
You can't read your writing, can you?
Judy Yates on the 20th.
Happy birthday, Judy. The
Jason
former owner
Warner
of the
on the
Loon.
21st. And Jim Fairweather on the 21st.
Well, happy birthday, Jason and Jim. I remember both of them from school. But as I was saying, happy birthday, Judy, longtime owner of the Loon. So I hope she's enjoying her retirement because she owned that store for a long, long time.
Do you have any cake and ice cream that we can eat to celebrate these people?
I do not.
That's a good idea. That might have to be a new thing we implement in the show.
Good idea. I
We'll
like the way you
celebrate
think.
for you people. I like that. That's a great idea, Papa. Oh, well, speaking of the Lady Warriors, though, I will say, I didn't say this part. They still did win the district championship, though, for the third
You're
straight
stealing my
year.
thunder.
Oh, well, I'll just leave it at that. You can say the rest of it. I'm stealing Papa's thunder.
I've got sports in a minute.
I like stealing your thunder. No, that's like aggravating me. And that's a long story. We'll probably talk about that some other time because that is really, really long. So I'm gonna say that is it for the announcements. Unless they did do we know if they did the top 10 on the seniors?
No,
Okay.
it's not in there.
Okay, all right. Well, I would have done that if that was a choice. All right, well, Papa, it's trivia time. Remember this part?
Were you in the top 10?
Yes.
You're in my top 10.
I finished fourth. Fourth is nothing. Okay. Who was the first baseball commissioner?
You would say that.
That has to go back a long ways.
In
But
other
surely
words,
you've
Billy
heard
don't
his
know.
name.
Oh, you sure I've heard his name?
Yeah.
The first baseball lifeline out there anywhere? So that tells you how tough that one is.
Strike out.
Yeah, we struck out.
Very unusual name. Kennesaw Mountain Landis.
And you thought I'd know that.
And I'll never remember that.
There is such a thing as history.
Yeah, that's a history.
Well, that
never
was
made
his
its way
story,
to
all
me.
right? It wasn't ours, was
Say
it?
that name again. I don't even.
Kennesaw Mountain Landis.
What a name.
Okay.
Wow. That's a,
When I was a substitute teacher, I ran into a girl named Heaven,
oh, yeah.
a girl named Angel.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel a punchline coming
I
up.
know, I'm just waiting for it.
Okay. In the 1955 World Series, my Dodgers won. Give me the name of the catcher for
His
the
Dodgers.
Dodgers and the catcher for the Yankees.
Well, gee, let me get right on that. And I'll just go back to 1950s and figure this out. I have no clue.
Well, they're both
Lifeline.
well-known catchers.
When they're tough like this, maybe we need multiple choice.
The Dodger catcher was a black man. His name was Roy Campanella.
Boy, Campanella. Maybe I've heard of that
The catcher
one.
for the Yankees was Yogi Berra.
Oh, oh, now that one, yeah. You know, I've heard of him my whole life, never knew he was a catcher.
Really?
No.
I've got a Dodger watch, 1955.
Oh, you would know because that's your team.
Pretty.
He's
Okay.
a Dodger fan.
Since 1947. In what three sports do you see small round objects used? Not golf.
Okay,
Baseball.
good one.
That's not small enough.
It's
That's
not?
You didn't get me.
I said,
Exactly.
like a golf ball.
Okay, ping pong or table
Ooh,
tennis.
there's a good
Ping
one.
pong is
Which is a
one.
brain sport.
Dang, God, I hope you know these because I'm striking out here.
A ball. It has to be a ball.
Tennis?
Tennis is a large ball. I'm
Would that-
talking
would that be-
about golf ball size or
Oh,
smaller.
okay.
Marbles.
Marble.
Dang it, I knew it.
Thank you, Becky.
I knew
That's
it,
a sport. That's a sport.
Okay. Let's see.
He did that to
Smaller.
get
Think
me.
smaller.
I told him marbles was not a sport.
Bean. There's something with beans that you shoot. Well,
You're-
you're a little
I
older
don't
than
have
me.
a clue, really.
Did you ever play Chinese checkers?
I did.
Oh.
I did.
With marbles.
That's right.
With marbles?
That's what you use in Chinese
Oh,
checkers.
that's definitely not a sport, though.
What about just checkers? That's not a ball.
That's not a
Yeah,
ball.
but it's a marble. Yeah.
Tiddlywinks is used a small object. Tiddlywinks.
But that's not a ball either.
That's not a ball.
Well, you said
I
ball.
said-
I'm gonna reel you back in.
I said small round objects.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you said small ball, yeah. Okay, so now that we know,
Because I would have said
but
badminton.
we've got two of them. Badminton, oh no,
Because
that
it's
can't
not a
be.
ball, but it's got a
It's a
little
small
small ball on the
object.
end of it.
It's small.
Chinese checkers, marbles, and tiddlywinks is the three I had down.
Well, now, you call them sports? Chinese checkers?
Well, it's not a
I
sport.
beg to differ,
But
folks.
it's a game. It's
I
a game.
beg to differ. You know what? So time out, Papa. I'm gonna say we got that one right.
Technical
We got
foul.
that right on exactly, on technicality.
Okay. Where do you go to see the Air Force Academy football team play?
Oh,
I've been there.
crap. I mean, I kind of know that one, but it's out west, maybe?
Yes, out west.
It isn't Utah, is it?
Anybody from the audience?
Yeah,
wanna
for real.
play?
Lifeline, anybody? Air Force. Where's Air Force?
Out west, Arizona. I don't know.
That's a good guess. It's not there yet. Don't give it to us yet, 'cause I'm gonna be mad when I hear it. I
The
know I
desert
am.
out there.
Yeah? Is that, do you remember where it is?
We give up.
New Mexico? No, don't say it. Don't say it. No. Let's see. Let me think of the western
Okay, how
states.
about Rocky Mountain High?
Is it Colorado? It is Colorado. Good job, man. That was right. You singing that made me remember it. It is Colorado.
I've been there. Colorado
You
Springs.
have,
Colorado
yeah.
Springs. Okay. What animal do you recognize as being the symbol of the University of Connecticut?
You
A
kinda-
wolf.
A wolf, a husky.
looks like
He
a-
looks like a wolf.
Yeah.
It's
Husky.
I don't like Gino, so.
Exactly. I can't walk, because of Gino Oriental, I
Sorry,
can't
sorry,
like you
Gino,
call on
but-
anything.
Well,
okay.
I call him you can't.
How many schools? How many schools?
That's good, ain't it?
How many colleges or universities are in the state of Tennessee.
Ooh, boy, you are on a roll
There's
today.
a bunch of them.
I was thinking that. How many,
In the state of
UTC,
Are you
Tennessee?
talking about a
Tennessee.
4-year university, or are you talking including 2?
Yeah, we better narrow it down here, because it'll be a
Well,
lot.
give me 4 year.
Okay, UTC would be one, Tennessee, University of Tennessee. Tennessee Tech, MTSU.
There you go.
Boy, our lifelines are really letting us drown today, ain't they?
Memphis,
Memphis, yeah.
Tennessee State University.
Yeah.
Graduated from
East
there.
Tennessee
East
State,
Tennessee State.
Vanderbilt.
There you go.
There you go, Lifeline. The Lifeline's coming alive now.
Our dendrites finally woke up.
I think I'm about
I think we got them all.
oh yeah, UT
Tim
Martin.
Martin.
Did you say Austin P?
Austin P.
The bathroom's
Yes.
right up there. Oh,
Number 9.
the university. Moving on. Okay.
Name 4 famous frontiersmen.
Davy Crockett.
Lord,
That's one.
That's a good one.
Daniel Boone.
That's a good.
Daniel Boone, that's 2.
Unfortunately, past them two is where I get struggling. They're the most famous ones.
Oh, what era of time do you want?
Yeah, for real. Don't tell us yet. Let's see. What era time? Yeah, for real. Past Davy Crockett and Daniel Boone. I don't know if I've ever heard. I mean, maybe I have.
One of them
Lifeline.
had a knife named after him.
Bowie,
Jim Boy.
Jim Boy. Good job, Lifeline up there.
Oh boy, we got that one.
Oh boy, we got 3.
Give us another
One more.
They just need one more.
Daniel Boone.
It might be a while. Go ahead and give it
Yeah,
to
for
us.
real. I keep thinking of
Kit Carson.
Kit
Carson.
Well, I've heard of that after you say it, but I would have never
What
guessed
did he
it.
do?
He was
Yeah.
a frontiersman.
What did he
Boy, you cleared that right up for us.
Who wrote the song for the state of Kentucky?
Who wrote?
Who wrote the song, My Old Kentucky Home?
do? Can you sing it?
Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home, on my old Kentucky home far away.
They have karaoke here, Papa. What do you think?
Who wrote that song?
I never.
Well,
heard it.
I can honestly
Because-
tell you, I have no
Because what we
clue.
sing is Rocky Top, you will always be.
Exactly.
He also wrote Down on the Swanee River.
Oh, now I like that song.
Yeah. Anybody know that one? Know about chance? Down on the Swanee River.
I'm sorry, I'm letting my.
I wish
history
these were
teachers
multiple
down.
choice. I really do.
Stephen
You know-
Foster. Stephen Foster.
No.
Well.
That's why I don't feel bad for missing some of these, because, wow.
These
Wow.
are, let me tell you something. These come to me at odd times and I write them down.
Well, you've enriched my brain. I don't know if it'll stick, but thank you. It is for today. Yeah.
Is there another one?
That's all I have.
Oh man, you should have let us end on one we get right.
Y'all you did quite well.
We did do good, because those were really tough, I thought. What do y'all think? It's pretty tough, wasn't it? Yeah, and we got credit for that one because the questioner, giving clues, forgot a few clues for us, didn't he? That's for sure. Well, that's it for trivia, folks. So coming up after the commercial break, we'll be back with our guest, Miss Becky Ridley. She'll be telling you about a wire and everything to do with that. And it'll be about mental health and all that good stuff. And she's got some goodies for us. So we'll be talking to her next. And of course, we'll have some sport and good old Albertology. We'll get even wiser. I'll be so smart today, my head won't be able to fit through the door. That's all coming up next, folks, right after the break. Stay tuned.
At Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter, we're committed to be better. Better prices, better vehicles, a better experience. Your Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter understands that you rely on us to provide you with the highest quality of used vehicles. With over 350 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. So what are you waiting for? Let us show you a better experience with the Jason Lewis Automotive family. Come visit us at Rankin Avenue here in Dunlap or on the web at dunlapsupercenter.com.
Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, connecting the Sequatchie Valley to the world.
Support small business and shop DunlapMercantile.com.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
Welcome back, folks, to our special 300th episode of the Albert and Billy Show.
300.
300.
Have I been here for all of those?
You missed a couple, but for the most part, yeah. I've missed a couple, but for the most part, yeah, 300. Yeah, well, thanks to all of our co-hosts that have filled. We've had some guest co-hosts to fill in for us when we have been out. So thank you to all you guys. We really do appreciate that. That means a lot to us. Also, our sponsors do too. So big thank you to 4-year-old Citizens Tri-County Bank. They're now 40. Thank you guys. Bilberry Insurance. Be sure to go in there, and instead of asking Frank and Susan, just ask Sadie about all your insurance needs. She'll help you right out. Their little dog Sadie. Scotty's, as Papa says, what do you say, Scotty's?
Scotty Burger.
Home of the Scotty Burger, the little burger. And theirs is better than Crystal's, by the way. But anyway, thank you to them. The offices of Janine Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker. Farm Bureau Insurance, that's Matt Massengale and his friendly staff down in South Pikeville, right by Putnam Reed Funeral Home. That's about as South Pikeville as you can get, isn't it? Morgan Brothers, obviously. Now check out their buffet. They got a new buffet. Well, it's still kind of new. It's been around for a little bit, but some people still don't know about it. Need to try it though. It's really good. That's at Morgan Brothers, and of course we're here at the Bankwalker Brewery. That's also Morgan Brothers, obviously, and their third one is the Pikeville Family Restaurant. I eat a waffle there about, 3 or 4 times a week, don't I? If you haven't tried their waffle, try their waffle. It's really, really good. And let's see, State Farm Insurance, that's Nick Smith and his friendly staff. Come on in, Mike. There's Nickel Antiques, that's Cliff and Gail, and they're back open now. They opened up in April, and they have a new one now too. I can't forget that, Spring Street Antiques. Spring Street Antiques.
Right next door.
That's literally, that's right next door to us here. And let's see, Milldam Outdoor Adventures is Timmy and Michelle Campbell. I really need to talk to them. They want us to film at that place, and man, it'd be a cool place to film in the summertime, you know. That is a nice place, so we got to make that happen. It's Lola's. She's back at it. Lola, she's back at it. So go check her store out. It's just a hop skipping away from us, right on Main Street. Lee Station Baptist Church. Well, I'll still say them for now. But the Daily Stop on the bypass. They got some really good pizza. I'll tell you that. They got some really good pizza. And it's quilting time, which is, say it, Papa,
Dr. Smith's office.
Dr. Smith's old office. And, but now it's going to be, you know, where the loom was. They're working hard on that part. I believe they're probably getting closer. They're getting close for that part to be
They're
ready.
getting closer.
So that'll be interesting to see that. It's called It's Quilting Time. I like that name. Okay, there you go, Papa. All right. Now it's time to talk to our guest about aware. We want to make you aware of aware.
I like that. Everywhere you should be aware.
That's right.
So this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, the month of May.
Okay.
So we invite people to go green. So I brought you all some little
okay.
ducks, okay, to encourage you to talk about your mental health. So we
Cool.
named our little mascot this year Worthy, because in Aware we believe everybody is worthy, everyone has value and worth. And so 2 weekends ago we had the Don't Duck Mental Health event in Pikeville, and that raised money for the youth, Bledsoe County High School youth. We appreciate everyone that pre-registered.
Yeah.
As you talked about earlier, it did rain, so we didn't have as many participants as we'd like, but our youth council hid over 200 and something ducks in town. Almost
really?
all the ducks were returned except for about 19 little ducks are still out there. It's our hope that
there you go,
whoever
duck hunting.
finds the ducks will be inspired by them to understand that there is no shame in talking about mental health.
That's the key.
When we grew up, people would say, suck it up, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. We
Get
don't talk
over it.
about these things.
Yeah, it's not that simple.
So Aware aims to help students find the resources, the mental health resources that best fit their needs. And so we have a great
That's real
team that's from the federal government in the state of Tennessee. We were awarded this grant. We've been in the school for 3 years now. So we feel very blessed to do that. And we offer Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 services. So like an example of a Tier 1 service would be character education. So we've taught over 1,000 lessons in the schools, okay, on a variety of topics, because we know that students sometimes don't regulate very well, maybe behaviors, and it just could be little minor behaviors, but that stems from something. So that goes back to, we used to know everybody in town, and people would talk to us, and if you did something wrong, then you got a phone call, right? And so today maybe students are a little more disconnected because of social media and a lot of things like that. And so they just need a little encouragement.
Yeah.
So that's what those character education lessons are about.
That's good.
Then we also offer what's called Youth Mental Health First Aid, and that is aimed at helping people. We hope that people that enroll in this class will become what we say 1 in 15. And 1 in 15 is kind of like when you talk about CPR. When you take CPR, and you need that, that's a life-saving thing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you could literally help to save someone's life by understanding the signs and symptoms that are associated with somebody that is starting to not have as much mental wellness. So I like to say it mental wellness, because that's less of a stigma. But and it might just be somebody you really know well, and now they're not coming out and talking as much as they used to, okay? Or for in a school, it might be a student that has had an exuberant personality like you all, but now all of a sudden they start sleeping.
And with more withdrawn from
That's correct. And so students are resilient, but many things can happen to them, which we call ACEs, which are adverse childhood experiences. And so that could be like a move for someone. It could be going through parents who've had a divorce. It could be substance abuse in a family. There are a multitude of things that people could grieve from. It could be be your pet dies.
I know.
And so we want to be there to help children keep moving, okay? And so that's what that event was about. We've had quite a few events this year. I brought you both the t-shirts.
I still have mine from last time.
Well, this is from the glow run this last in October, so that will glow in the dark.
Thank you. Cool.
Brought you one that the Youth Mental Health Council at the high school designed. And they recently went to Nashville, 10 students we took to represent Bledsoe County, and this was called Taking Our Mental Health Seriously. And so they put a little twist on that with a cereal box. You can see the little Aware logo there.
Oh, yeah, I like
Happy
that.
faces, and so that kind of put a little
That's
twist
mine.
on that. Right?
Thank you.
To keep.
And so we know that mental health is all surrounded around the brain, okay? Some of the things that we
Yes.
use to help would be like journaling, okay? Journaling
Okay.
is therapeutic. So I brought you all some therapeutic things
Yeah.
as well. So
That's
fine.
I know
Well, yeah,
you
'cause
like,
some people
I know
don't know
you
what
like
to
to draw,
do.
right?
I love to draw.
Okay,
He
so
loves it.
I hope
Loves
you get
it.
into that too. So we've got a little gratitude
Thank
journal.
you.
Because if you'll notice here, blessed and gratitude, we all have something in our life that we can be thankful for. So instead of thinking about those things that are causing us stress, we like to reframe that and help students to understand that you always have something that you can be thankful for. So, so I know
That's
Billy
huge.
stresses you out, so I brought you a stress ball, okay? And I know your grandpa probably stresses you out a little bit, so I brought you a little puzzle there. But seriously, brought you a little more gifts here. These are mental health reminders, and they say something like, I forgive myself. So you have permission to say that you don't have to be perfect.
That
and
is the
you're-
hardest person to forgive,
Yeah.
is yourself.
Do you know anyone that is perfect?
No.
No. I do know, well, one person.
Most of the people that think they are. Well, yeah, besides Jesus, that's it.
Okay.
I know
So-
a few that think they are.
So I brought you one of these too, okay? So these have positive affirmations on there, okay? Which one of those affirmations
Oh.
do you like the best?
I forgive myself, because that's
I have
one of the toughest
made.
things to do.
Okay?
But there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I choose to keep
What's your favorite
going.
one? Keep going.
I like that one. No one fights alone. That's very important. Because with that, unfortunately, with Millis, that is a big thing. You can feel alone and be in a room with 100 people.
That's right.
And that's just the truth, yeah. So that's a big one.
And so we want students to understand that we'll meet them where they are and we see them just as they
I'm
are,
not-
and it's okay.
I like that. And I'm not a burden might be my favorite.
That's right.
That's
right.
really, really good.
And so we give them that bounce back.
Yeah, I
of
like
attitude,
that, yeah.
okay? And then I guess the final thing I really want to talk about is a little bit more of two of the more serious things, okay? And this is like for substance abuse. So I said earlier that we connect students to the mental health resources that best fit their needs, okay? So one of the things that we are battling in middle school and high school is a vape problem, okay? And so we know that the brain is not fully developed until you're 25 years old.
Right.
And it's illegal to vape when you are not 21 years old. And so we want to help people be able to understand to make healthier choices for their life. So we are teaching an in-depth class that we've worked with the judge. So students that get caught with these devices, they don't go straight to the court. So we
That's
do what's
good
called a
too.
restorative practice, which means they'll come and they enroll in a class, and we teach the class and we teach them all the education about that. And then if they take the class, then their record is wiped
I
clean.
like that.
Okay, so it's kind of a second chance, if that makes sense. And so
That does.
So we partnered with the Tennessee Department of Health and the Tobacco
Okay.
Agency. And then the last thing I want to talk about is a little more serious, and this is that we help students in that tier 3 aspect. If a student says, hey, I am depressed, and they make a statement, and this is very hard to hear when somebody says, I do not want to live, okay? And so we have people who are highly trained in that as well. And so the new 988 number, I want to talk about that. So you are never alone. So if someone says to you, hey, just don't feel like I want to be here anymore, I don't have value and I don't have worth, well, what can you do? Well, the Youth Mental Health First Aid teaches us the acronym ALGE. I don't really like that because algae sounds stagnant, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But that's how we kind of remember the green. And so assess is the person in danger. Listen, non-judgmentally.
Absolutely,
Okay.
that's
AM.
critical. And that's a mistake that a lot of people make, just be very judgmental.
Yep. E, encourage, just like you all do
I like
each other.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
G, sorry. ALGEE. Okay. So give support was the other one, and then E, encourage self-help.
Yeah.
And then the last E was encourage professional help if needed. Okay. So calling the crisis hotline for somebody, being with them when they're being present, not leaving them, making sure that they're safe, and then and then the last thing we do is the tier 3 and try to help connect anyone to the resources that they would need, the true tier 3 therapy that could be needed. And
because
so,
they all don't have that. Not everybody has access to these things, and they don't know about it. So
That's right.
it's very important.
So that's what our program aims to do, is to reduce the stigma and to educate people that it's okay to talk about your mental health.
Well, I've got a big question for you.
Okay?
You told me you've been doing this for 3 years.
We have been in the school
This is
for
the third
3
year,
years.
yeah.
This is the third year.
We had her on the first year.
Can you tell anyone that's listening right now, that's watching you, if you've seen any improvement in the mental health
Ooh,
issue
good question,
in Bakersfield
Papa.
County?
Yes, definitely. Students now feel comfortable coming to our student support specialists and talking through, working out. Our teachers support us in that. We have a referral pathway so that
That's really
if
good.
a student needs the services, if it's immediate, of course we're going to get that. If not, then we can look at that referral pathway, and it streamlines it so that we have the time to spend with the student to find out really what's going on in their life. So I don't really want to talk about stats here, but we've seen a need countywide in all 5 schools.
Really?
And so, yes.
Wow.
I think, and my goal is, as a director, is to sustain the program.
I know, you don't want to lose it,
No, and it's been financed through 2026.
Okay.
But we will have the data to show, and hopefully be able to, in 2026, address this again and be able to keep at least some of the personnel. That's my goal.
Yeah. What do they require for you to keep it?
Well, you have to have money.
Yeah, of course,
So we'll just have to.
But you guys could have fundraisers and stuff though for that, right?
Well, it would just be like more or less sustaining, say like a social worker in the school.
Oh, okay.
Sustaining what I call the student support specialist, which could be a social worker, or it could be somebody with a degree similar to that that has the training to address the student's needs. Or it could be somebody to continue with that character education piece. So you don't have to major in social work to do it, but a background in psychology.
Need that for
something
sure.
like that,
Yeah.
But I appreciate you
But
all.
I wish this was around, like I'm glad y'all are doing it. There's nothing like when I was in high school, it was just, nobody talked about it.
Yeah.
Nobody, no, I don't know anybody that would have even dreamed about coming to talk about this. I truly don't. So look how far it's come.
And it's trauma-informed education, so we've had 60 educators go through our youth mental health first aid class. And so that helps teachers to understand more about what the signs and symptoms of depression might look like, or grief.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And then we have 3 people that are trained as instructors for youth mental health first aid, and we're going to start to infiltrate that into the community as well.
I was going to ask you that question, so now you've told me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Was he about to ask that one?
Yes.
But I appreciate you all letting me be your guest today.
Oh, no problem. We're glad to have you back. And we'll hope we need to do it every year, and hopefully, because it needs to get out there. The more people that know about this, the better. I do think that's important. And I'm glad to see that you are seeing improvement. That means that it's working. So I like it. I think it's very important that y'all are doing that. Saving one life makes it worthwhile.
That's right. And just the fact that students feel that they can talk about it.
Yeah.
That's important.
It is. Because used to they were ashamed to talk about it. That's just what it was. So the fact that they are now, I think that's a huge improvement just in general. I guess on society maybe, it's huge that they don't feel ashamed to talk about it anymore.
Well, and when you talk about mental health, we all have struggles.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you know, there shouldn't be that negative connotation with it.
No.
Because we all can have anxiety. And,
Exactly. It's not like you choose to have it, that's for sure.
And we talked about seniors a minute ago and graduation, and think about all those layers that they go through. Think about the pressure
Yes.
of scores and am I going to get into the right trade school, or am I going to get into the college of my choice? And, just constantly, there's just more pressure.
A lot of pressure.
I didn't have that kind of pressure in school.
Right. It's more and more and more now,
It's
isn't
more
it?
advanced.
Yeah. And it's getting harder too. The subject, it seems like it is a little bit harder now maybe than what it used to be. Is that true? It seems that way a little bit.
Well,
I could be wrong on that though.
I think just students are just probably smarter because their
Yeah.
environments are so much more enriched now.
Yeah.
And they have so many more opportunities.
They do, that is true. That makes a difference, doesn't it?
But in 2019, when we had the COVID and that came in, that put another layer onto the mental health.
Yes, big time.
We're starting to, I think, come out
Big
of
time.
that now. But I saw a decrease in social skills.
I'm sure.
So,
I'm sure. That's what they wanted out of the pandemic.
One thing,
Anyway.
one thing that I picked up on that you told me a while ago is everyone has worth.
they do.
Yeah,
Everyone is valuable. They may not recognize it among within themselves,
yeah.
but everyone matters. Everyone matters.
And that's why it's important for somebody to have a person they can talk to. And that they know that that's going to be confidential.
Yeah,
I have a prayer
that's
partner.
true.
And that prayer partner and I share with one another things we don't tell anyone else. And that's important.
That's important because not everybody can do that, you know? So that's huge, I think, because they need to talk about it.
I don't know if I said this, the youth council helped us with this logo, and they named our little duck Worthy.
I like that. Worthy duck. He's duck worthy.
Well, he's worthy of being noticed, and he's worthy
That's right.
to get the help he needs.
That's right.
Thank you for mine.
Everything will be all right,
So
little
there's your
worthy.
little duck packs, okay?
Thank you. I love this. I love this.
Mine's number 209.
What is? Oh,
209. Well,
There
this
went
was
my
your
brain.
prize, okay? This
No,
was
here's
your
my
prize.
brain.
Well, do you have some jokes for us?
Well,
You could tell some while if she wants to hear a joke, tell a couple. Why not? Why not?
I happen to have some.
Thank you, Mike. We'll have you come up for a few minutes on sports.
Well, she's got more important things to talk about, and I think that's
True,
the fact that I went to school with her tells you something she should know something about being crazy.
I think I'm gonna duck out on that one, okay? Thanks for
That
having
was
me.
pretty good. No, she's winding down. But come back here 1 second, Miss Ridley. We'll send you off here because I want you to do one more thing. I didn't think to do this. It's important, obviously. Tell people what a number to call or a website or anything that they can do to find out about this.
Well,
Because that's important
that's a good
too.
question, okay? And so we have 2 office numbers. The main office where I'm located is at
Okay.
Bledsoe County High School, and that's 423-447-2626 for more information.
Okay.
Or you can call the middle school at 447-2606 and
Okay.
leave a message.
Okay, so
And then
those are
we're-
easy numbers.
We're also on the Bledsoe County Board of Education website under
Okay.
the Aware label.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So yeah, go on there and then do that, folks. And 2626 is a very easy number to remember.
Okay, I'm gonna duck
Very
out
easy.
now, okay?
Well, after the break, we'll be right back and we'll have some sports for you of all sorts and all that good stuff. But yeah, thanks for coming by today. We had a good time, as always.
I had a
with
good
you.
time too.
So we'll be right back, folks. Stick around.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
Support small business and shop DunlapMercantile.com.
At Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter, we're committed to be better. Better prices, better vehicles, a better experience. Your Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter understands that you rely on us to provide you with the highest quality of used vehicles. With over 350 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. So what are you waiting for? Let us show you a better experience with the Jason Lewis Automotive family. Come visit us at Rankin Avenue here in Dunlap or on the web at dunlapsupercenter.com.
Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, connecting the Sequatchie Valley to the world.
Welcome back, folks, to our special 300th episode of the Albert and Billy Show. Glad you guys are joining us today as I enjoy all my goodies here from Miss Becky Ridley. She left us a lot of good stuff, Papa. She did last time too, though. I still got the shirt from last time.
I still wear mine.
I do too, and I like this new one too. So, but we're here now to talk some sports of all sorts, Papa. And so Mike, since he's part of the duo Mike and Bradley sports scene on Channel 18 and BTC Fiber YouTube, we got him here with us too to talk some sports. So, Papa, what we talking about first?
Okay, I was their ladies basketball coach. Announced her retirement this week.
What?
Yeah.
Why would she retire?
Yeah, well, I think she has so many years to get tired of it, and I suppose there's something to be said for that. And she won back-to-back national championships in Iowa, so she...
Well, she made the title game, but they didn't win the championship, so I thought the reason I'm surprised about Papa is because they have another kid out of Iowa that is to the Caitlin Clark level. And she's strongly considering going to Iowa. So that's why that really surprises me.
Well, her name was Lisa Bluter.
Yeah. Probably their all-time winningest coach, I'm sure.
She announced her retirement this week.
Wow.
And we were not on the air last week, but at Churchill Downs Racetrack in Louisville, Kentucky, they had the 150th Run for the Roses.
Ooh, the
That's
Kentucky Derby. Right.
1.25 mile oval track, and it's lasted for a little over 2 minutes. There were over 57,000 fans there for watching that 2-minute race.
That's mind-blowing to me, for real.
There's three things I've observed about the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
I've never seen that many women with hats on in my life.
It's a good point. I think that's the only reason they come.
Number two, there's no telling how much money was lost on that race.
For real.
Probably thousands.
And number three, I bet you mint juleps were flowing free.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. Mint juleps and what? Bourbon. Of course, that's what they did in Kentucky.
Okay. Also on the Paul Fonbone show this week.
I love that show.
One of the things they said was, what's the most important rivalry of all time that you have noted in sports?
Oh, wow. There's some good ones there.
This man said the Army-Navy game.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And the Lakers and Celtics.
Oh, yes. Go Celtics.
And then one man said, me and my hairline.
That's competition, or can't beat that rivalry about a stick.
Okay, Caitlin Clark had her debut this week.
I watched that, yeah.
With Indiana. She scored 20 points in a lackluster performance.
And that's sad that 20 points is considered lackluster. Like a lot of players don't score 20 points.
They lost.
They did.
In her second game this week,
Oh, I didn't see that one.
she lost. They lost again. She just scored 9 points.
Oh, it sounds like the second game's the one she had the most trouble with then.
She shot 8 times and hit 2 shots.
Ooh.
I think that you have to put in mind that probably that talented team's not as talented as it probably should be.
They're not, because she went to obviously the the team that had the worst record, you know, so they're
Well,
obviously
the
going
thing
to
about it
rebuild.
is,
They're
in
young.
pros, it's different than college.
She has to make that adjustment.
She has
You're
to
right.
make that adjustment. But anyway, this pro football opened up this week.
That'd be the
Pro football
USFL
is
or
Oh, the U.S. Oh, okay.
Arena Football League is also
Okay.
having their financial problems as well. They had one team that players refused to come out and play, or were told not to play because they couldn't pay them.
No, well,
And that tells you something about
kind of gets in the
how that
way.
goes.
Okay, also this week I told you not to steal my thunder a while ago. The Bledsoe County Warriors
Oh, yeah.
lady softball team won their third title.
Third straight district title. Impressive.
Third straight district title.
And what makes it even sweeter is they beat their arch rival in the championship for the fourth time this year.
Fourth time.
That's not easy to do, folks.
Okay, last night, no, on Wednesday night, the Celtics got to the finals.
No, to the next round. I wish to the finals.
Well, it said.
Well, is it to the finals?
That's what it said on television now.
It might be, I'm not the finals, but the conference finals possibly. That's what I'm meaning, that's what you're meaning, Papa, but that's awesome. So they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. So they'll be waiting on,
They beat the Cavaliers.
yeah, I'm trying to think who's the other teams in the East still alive? Because that's who Boston will play. I can't think of who it is right now, but they'll have to wait on that series to be over with. But the Celtics, Papa, are the #1 team in the NBA this year. They've had the best record all year long. This is
They're
their
good.
best chance to do it since they had Kevin Garnett and the Big Three when they won it last. I feel like this year's their best chance to do it again. They have all the pieces now.
They have
all the pieces,
they have a good,
so
solid team.
I feel like this is their year. Sure
Yeah.
hope I'm right, Mike, on that.
Could be so. You know, speaking
Yes.
of the softball team,
Yeah, you called the game, so yeah.
yeah. Well, speaking of the softball team, Monday night they beat Kingston 4-1.
Yeah, that was in the
4-0 lead,
region
and
first
then
round.
hold them off. But unfortunately for the Lady Warriors, they lost to Meigs County 5-0. But to be honest with that, it was a closer game than it looked.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
up to the fourth inning, it was a scoreless battle.
Yeah.
And then Meigs County managed finally to crack the bats open and won 5-0.
like one inning is- yeah.
Really, and to be honest, right now, you had a lot of Bledsoe fans travel to Decatur, and
good.
a lot of Kingston fans at the Kingston game. So so the fans, we'll salute them. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, Bledsoe County has to go play Alcoa at Alcoa,
That's what
and that
they're
will be a
saying.
Sunday game, as far as I know.
It's Saturday now. That we
Saturday.
found
Okay,
that
they
out,
changed
yeah.
that up a little bit. Okay, because it was supposed to
They
be tonight.
needed to. Sunday's kind of
It's supposed to be
crazy.
tonight, but the problem was you have commencement, so it was dropped to
Oh.
Saturday. So,
How good is Alcoa? That's
well, Bledsoe played them earlier in the season and lost in a tournament. They're the defending state champions in Class 2A, so that's not going to be an easy task for them.
how
That's
bad
not-
was it?
They've lost 3 games.
How did we do against them?
I think
you know?
the score was something like 4-0 or something like that. So
Oh,
it was
well, that's not
it
like
was
they
a
blew
tough-
them out or nothing, though.
But
It could be
you
a
know,
lot worse, couldn't it, Papa?
Yeah.
of course, the Lady Warriors, of course, have 4 seniors graduating this year, and they're going to be, you got a lot of freshmen coming in, and obviously that's a good talented team, and the
I've
coach
heard
there
some
has
good
done a
freshmen.
great job over the past 4 years.
Yes,
Most
she
wins in
has.
history over a 4-year period for the team.
They're really
And
building a
that-
strong
and that sort of
program.
thing. But the girls are, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do the game because
Right,
of
right.
work commitments and whatever.
Wouldn't it be something if they beat them, though?
If they beat them, they'll be in the Spring Fling
That
in
would be
Murfreesboro next
so
week.
awesome.
Now the
So
Spring Fling
awesome.
starts next Monday and goes through Friday with the
That-
state championship games
yeah.
on Friday. If Bledsoe gets past Alcoa and gets into that,
That would be awesome.
chances of a state championship will go up.
I think so,
And it
too.
could be a rematch with Meigs County.
I would like
You never
that.
know what's going to happen on that one, but
I'd like that.
we do encourage the fans to go out there to show the blue and gold to whatever sport they play.
Go to Alcoa. Pretty place, at least.
Yeah, it's below Knoxville. If you want to know where it is, you go to Knoxville and you head down to the airport. Near the airport, Alcoa is in that area. Spring practice wrapped up last week. They shortened that a bit because of weather, and you know, what got me was that we had more rain, more cold, more blustery weather this year than we had sunny days playing these games. And you know, and that's to their credit. Of course, Tennessee softball, the ladies softball are in the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
They'll host as a number 1 seed in their arena.
Cool.
At Knoxville.
That's huge.
At Knoxville. The boys, the men's team,
Not too shabby
the
either,
men's,
really.
I believe, wrapped up the regular season SEC title, went over South Carolina last night.
Awesome.
I checked to be sure. But it's
the ladies
almost certain
do in
that
the
they
SEC
will be.
tournament?
Huh?
I forgot to see how the ladies done in the SEC tournament. Did
They went out early.
Oh.
They went out to LSU, but you know LSU is a good team.
They're good too, though. But that might motivate them.
But the men's team, they're still ranked number one in the nation this week.
That's
they're,
awesome.
Basically, almost a sure shot favorite to be in the tournament.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the tournament will be at Hoover, Alabama. That will be the SEC tournament, and of course then
Hoover.
the World Series. Hopefully for the Volunteers. Tony Vitale doing a good job there as well.
Yeah, Omaha, right?
Omaha, Nebraska.
And then the women, it's in.
They were there last year, so.
Where's the women? The men play somewhere every year, and the women play somewhere every year. But I might have them mixed up. I can't remember. I just know Omaha, Nebraska's one of the places that they've always had.
Tennessee football, Tennessee, North Carolina State at Charlotte will be televised at ABC in prime time, as the SEC is now going to ABC and ESPN. I'd rather have to stay on CBS because I always felt that CBS treated SEC teams better than ABC or ESPN.
Absolutely.
And
especially ABC.
That's sort of
that's kind of a bummer if you ask me. I don't really like ABC.
I want to thank you all for being on our show.
You're welcome. We had a good time on that.
I had more fun out of that than anything I ever had ever done since then. And someone asked me how we got this show. Well, it's my big mouth. Had to say, well, we need a sports show. To provide the sports in his area. And then a few weeks later, he goes down to Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative and tells Ethan. He says, oh yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, I never took credit for that, I might have played a hand in that
me
show.
And Bradley, it's sort of like listening to radio in video.
Yeah, exactly.
In video. And, it's sort of like, we always agreeing and disagreeing with, what's going on here. The he said, she said.
That's why I knew that it would be a hit, because I've told you before, Papa, some people listen to the high school football games on the radio station each week. Now, of course, a lot of them listen because they like the game.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But there is several, and I mean several, that just listen to y'all. They just want to hear the banter that they do. It's very entertaining.
Well, the key to that is we never come in over prepared, because it would make it stale. And they say sports is unscripted drama. And it is.
Well, that's a very good definition for it.
Wide World of Sports. You remember that one? Wide World of Sports. They have the very special thing that everybody would tune into.
Yeah.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And you see the poor skier taking a tumble.
Yeah.
And it was an Italian skier that actually was doing the tumble. And he got more famous for taking the tumble than he was for winning any skiing contest.
That makes sense, yeah.
Well, of course, we got the Indianapolis 500 coming up on Memorial Day weekend. Remember that? Indy 500?
Oh, yeah, heard of that.
They call it 200 left-hand turns. That's what it is. I was reading something that had an astronaut one time. He said he went to Indianapolis, and he rode in the pace car, which is the car that leads them around there.
Oh, okay.
And he said he referred to Indianapolis 500 as 200 low altitude orbits.
I like that.
That's what he thought. That's what he thought the car racing was, 200 low altitude orbits. But the thing is, I asked Albert when he was a guest on my show one time, who he thought was the greatest college football coach there in the ever.
And what was his answer?
It wasn't Bear Bryant. It was Bob Nealon.
Oh, of course. I like that answer.
I looked up some things on him. He had 173, 31, and 12 record. 21
That's
seasons.
Very impressive.
Twice
Two
military
national
duty
titles.
interrupted his coaching.
Oh, that's, yeah.
That's the
People forget
best
about
even
that.
among today's coaches.
I've got a book that that was written about him, and
Yeah, I read the book, yeah.
Football's Greatest Dynasty is the name of the book.
I need to
Football's
read
Greatest
that.
Dynasty.
I need to read that.
He was the only coach that Bear Bryant could never beat.
Ooh, I didn't know that either.
7 games.
What about
He
that?
was 0-5-2. Bear Bryant, he said this, and this is the truth. He said he had better players, he was a better coach, and I couldn't stand it. And that's why he thought. That's why he thought Bear Bryant. He said because what he was in 1950, Bear Bryant was coaching at Kentucky. This is before he was coaching at
he
Alabama.
started out at Kentucky.
And
that's
his
right.
team, he had turned that Kentucky program around.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened is that he was going into Knoxville. He had a perfect record. He just won the SEC title. All he had to do was beat Tennessee, and his team would be in the Rose Bowl. They're going to get that invitation to the Rose Bowl, which was the
It's
big
huge.
game back then.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was that he went up there, and 2 things happened: a snowstorm, okay, where the field got
Oh,
socked in. Of course, they got the snow off the field and all that.
Yeah.
And he said the referees, and they lost 7-0. And they said afterwards, he could not go back to Lexington without a bowl bid because they would hang him high if he didn't. So he had the Sugar Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl people weren't so hot on getting Kentucky in there because they'd lost. So he got on the phone and he said, "Look, if you invite me, Kentucky, to that game, I will whip Oklahoma, which was going to be the opponent in the Sugar Bowl. I will guarantee it." I said, "Okay, you got
wow,
the
those
invitation."
are tall words.
Now he had another problem. The seniors said, "We don't want to go to the bowl game because what it was the year before, Kentucky went to the Orange Bowl, and Bryant worked them to death, took it out of them, and they lost to a Santa Clara team in the Orange Bowl."
He might have learned from
And he said, and the seniors said, "We will go to the game under certain conditions. You don't have 2-a-day practices. You give us a couple of days off for Christmas,
Yeah, for
and
real.
you only have 1 scrimmage a week." Bryant knew he had to give into that because he couldn't go without seniors.
Yeah.
So he agreed. And so they went down there to New Orleans and whipped Kentucky 13-7.
Whoop
That was-
Oklahoma, you mean?
Oklahoma.
Kentucky
Wildcats
won,
whipped
right?
Oklahoma 13-7. And
Wait a
many
minute,
years
time out one more
later,
time, we'll make sure. Who won the game again?
Kentucky won the game
There you go.
13-7 over
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Good deal.
And it said many years later, they looked at the scheduling on that year, and they gave Kentucky the national championship in 1950. It was the only time that Kentucky ever won a national championship in football.
Well, yeah, that's news. I never dreamed they ever won one period in football. Basketball, yeah. Football, no.
Well, you know, they had a story about Rupp at Kentucky. His team, some of his players have gotten to point shaving.
Adolph Rupp. Oh,
You know what point shaving is?
Yeah.
Basically, is that you cut the margin down so that the bookies can make money on it.
Yeah.
Well, Rupp said nobody could touch my players with a 10-foot pole. When they found out that they did, someone sent Rupp a package. It was an 11-foot pole, courtesy of the New York sports writers. And what it is, that year, the NCAA told everybody in the SEC nation, do not schedule Kentucky. That was a death penalty. Kentucky did not play basketball that year. And that sort of thing. And you know, the thing about it is with Kentucky, said one of the biggest mistakes it ever did was to run Bryant off.
of course. I've always wondered how stupid they felt. He goes to Alabama and turns them into a powerhouse.
The thing is that they told Bryant, we're going to have Rupp fired or he's going to retire. We're going to increase your budget. He goes down there and reads in the paper that they weren't going to fire or Rupp was not going to retire. They were giving a contract extension and a raise. And Bryant said, "I can't coach here in Kentucky. You lied to me."
Ooh.
And he went to Texas A&M, which was the only school that had an opening. And you know what happened
I
at
didn't
Texas
know he
A&M?
went
He
there.
turned that around there. And then he goes to Alabama. He wanted to go to Alabama for years. and coached there, but
Oh, well, he did.
and he coached it, and he did. You know, he did a great job.
Obviously.
He's the only coach that I ever knew that could walk on water.
That's the joke. You know, it was always the joke here. You know, I used to remember the Bell telephone commercials he used to have out in the night. He used to do the Bell telephone commercials, and he said
Before my time.
he said he had a line in there, and he says, "Have you called your mama yet?" And that was made up. That was off the cuff. They liked it so much they used it. But
That's
you know,
good.
like that.
That's good.
You know, Joe Namath, he said about Bear Bryant, he says, "You're going to win a lot of games, and you're going to lose a few. You may not remember the team games you won, but you're going to remember the ones you lost." And he
Yeah.
was so right, because that was where
That's
where-
true.
where
Every
Namath-
coach.
And you know, Namath, he said Namath learned very quickly right now is that Bryant meant business. He said, no matter what, you could be the greatest quarterback in the world, but if you didn't do what you're supposed to do, he said, he'd be all over you.
Yeah.
He did one time. He said
That's why he was great.
Namath threw a ball in practice, incomplete, dropped to the ground, and everybody was scrambling. And he was just standing there. Brian went up to him and says, "Look," I said, "when that ball is scrambling out, you go after it."
Mm-hmm.
And Namath said, yeah. And you know what happened? Brian turned around and picked him off the ground. And Brian's a big fella, and so is Namath. He says, "When I hear it out of you, it's yes, sir." So yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. That's the way Brian was.
Wow.
You know, you got all this thing going on with college football today, and you got all this thing with the NIL and the transfer rules and all that. Is it killing college football?
Yes,
Bill, Albert?
it will if they don't get a hold of it.
I'd say college football will never be the same.
If they don't get a hold of the NIL stuff, it'll ruin all college sports, especially football, basketball, baseball, softball, the main ones. They'll be ruined. You cannot bring big money into collegiate sports and expect it to still be the same. It will change it, and it will not change it for the good.
Yeah,
it will not be for the good.
You know, it used to be is that you used to get $15 in laundry money. Yeah, each athlete got $15 in laundry money, supposedly to do your laundry. Well, if you got your girlfriend to do your laundry for you, you could spend $15 on whatever you needed to spend.
Right.
And but they quit doing that.
And you know, because they play for the love of the game. That's what makes college sports so much better than professional sports.
Well, you know, the thing about it is that when in the 1940s and 50s, Bryant had to deal with a clothes store, you know, because he had poor players who clothes look like just bad, and he would tell these players, go down, pick out 2 suits,
Really?
4 pairs of shoes, and we want you to look good, because if you look good, you play good, and that's what exactly it is. And that's what exactly is. George Blando, who played for him, said that he chose a brown and a black suit because he never had a suit.
Yeah.
He ended up being he was the type of person to care. A lot of these coaches, you know, Woody
I once
Hayes.
thought about that as a theory. Like that was very smart to make them they look good and feel better and probably played better.
You psychologically improved. Now, of course, now you got
considered that.
You know, you got these kids coming in there. You know, they're driving these brand new cars, and you know they're all that. And you know, maybe I don't know where to get the cars from, but I wish I could afford that.
I know it.
You know, Albert. You know, it used to be the days where you could go to a football game. What, pay $7 a ticket? Yeah, ain't going to see no $7 a ticket at a UT football game. You're going to see that. You know,
I wish it was like that.
I wish it was like that. You know that, but. You know, let's look at the local sports here, Bledsoe County. You know, the sports program when I went to high school was hardly nothing. You had football, basketball,
they've added a lot to it. Yeah,
you didn't have anything. You know,
Didn't have track.
You didn't have any of those things.
Didn't have any of that when I was in
Didn't have those. And you know, and nobody got a scholarship to a college. Nobody. We were too small. We were too out of the way. Didn't matter what the record was.
I think that's dumb too.
And but now you look at it since 2009, has it gotten better?
Yeah.
Has the program gotten better?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what are we talking about again? High school?
Yeah, high school.
Well, yeah, it's better now.
Oh yeah, now it is, absolutely. Just because they have more options.
The more options you got, the more talent. You know, me and Bradley discussed Little League and Pee Wee and Wee Peas and that sort of thing, and they become the high school players today.
Well, you got a lot of scholarships out here. Right?
You do.
True.
You do. You got you see right now in the paper that you see people signing at that college.
Yeah, we
better call this quiz, hadn't we?
Well, we will, but we can't call it quits without some jokes. Did you ever tell jokes a while ago? What you supposed to, and we got sidetracked?
Well, you never did let me.
All right, go ahead. Start telling your jokes.
I forgot, but of course, typically we have them at the end of the show.
Let's hear the jokes.
Let's hear about at least 3 jokes, Papa. I gotta do that.
I'll tell you 3. Let me get to
go with 4. This is a special day for you.
Well, 4's an even number, yeah. If they're really good, I might do 5.
Okay, let me have my pen.
Oh yeah, my bad. I can't believe you didn't notice it.
You reach over and smack him, Albert.
Okay. Eternity is the last 2 minutes of a football game.
Yeah.
Boy, that's the truth, man.
That's
it's far from 2 minutes, and it's been about 30 minutes.
The 2-minute warning is
patience is the most important ingredient for dating, for marriage, and children.
Makes sense, yeah.
Patience.
Oh, was that a joke? Okay. Do a better one than that.
This is a woman's dictionary. Blonde jokes are jokes that are short so men can understand them. A zillion. Have you heard of a million and a billion? Now let me tell you what a zillion is. The number of times you ask a man to do something he doesn't feel like doing, and so you end up doing it yourself.
That's all I got people at work. That's all I got people at work.
Park.
Yeah.
This is a woman's dictionary now.
Oh.
Before children, meaning to go somewhere romantic. After children, it's meaning a place where swings and slides.
Read out something else. Those are not that funny. No offense, but you've been on a roll lately. We can't have you in a slump on the 300th episode, Papa.
Okay, this is Mickey Rooney.
Okay.
You wouldn't know Mickey Rooney.
Sure don't.
I remember Mickey Rooney.
A lot of people ask me how short I am. Since my last divorce, I think I'm about $100,000 short.
About right.
Is he an actor?
Yeah.
Okay.
80% of American men kiss their wife goodbye when they leave the house. 10% kiss their wife goodbye when they leave their wife. I better quit with that one.
Yeah.
Well, okay. You sure ain't got a better one?
I don't know what.
You got it. Well, man, you got no blonde jokes, actually, do you?
It's easier to get older than to get wiser.
Ooh, that is.
Yeah, it does. It does that.
Okay, I'll end with this one.
Okay, all right.
Marriage is a 3-ring circus. Engagement ring,
Yeah.
wedding ring,
Right.
and suffer ring.
There's a good one. That's what I was looking for. That's a perfect one to end it on. Well, folks, thank you very much for joining us today on our very special 300th episode.
Yes, like Billy again, congratulations, 300, Albert, 300. It's not an easy thing to have.
Yeah.
I know you got a lot of people watching this. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
I forgot to bring the candles and the 300 candles and the Twinkie.
Oh yeah.
And I'm glad that you have let me on this show. And,
No problem.
as again.
And you and Bradley will be at 100 in no time.
Well, I don't know if we don't kill each other first. And someone used to say about me and Bradley, it was proof that that evolution does go backwards, or that Darwin was wrong.
Right.
Other than that, but anyway, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
your 300th show.
Well, thanks for being our guest, and thank you, Becky Ridley, for being our guest and bringing up the very important issues of the AWARE program. So, and once again, also, above all, maybe, is thank you to the viewers. We appreciate all of you guys. We never dreamed that this show would turn into what it is, but we thank each and every one of you. Don't know all of you because we get, emails from everywhere, and I can't read all of them because I don't know how to translate.
Well, it should have a
looks like
translate button on
gibberish.
that thing, I would say. I mean, I get stuff like that, and it says translate, and then he absolutely doesn't make any sense at all, so eventually I go back to the original thing, which makes more sense.
We got one the other day from Myanmar or some, I don't even know where that place is. I couldn't pronounce the word.
Mini Mars.
That's, I don't know where it is.
Myanmar? You mean Myanmar?
Maybe that's what that sounds
That's
about
what they
right.
used to call Burma.
I don't know their language, but hopefully it was a nice.
If it's Myanmar, it's probably Burma. What used to occur is Burma.
Oh, okay. But anyway, like I said, no, guys, thank you to each and every one of you. We really do appreciate it, and we want to see you on the next, however many we do. There'll be plenty more, but just thanks for being along with us for the ride and on this journey. We do appreciate each and every one of you, and that is about it. You got anything to say, Papa?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. See you later. We'll see you next time. So long,
Believe it
folks.
or not.
Hey folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks everybody for watching.